And welcome back to the Nose Plays Endless Legend. We're going to pick up the game of Roving Clans that we started the other day and play for about an hour. See if we can make the most out of our forward advance. There's something specific that I have talked about with the Roving Clans in the past when watching other people's videos on them that I have not yet seen anybody put into practice, including myself. And so we may actually end up doing that here in this game. That specifically, and this is actually a good time to do it, because we're either in a dust eclipse or we're about to. So we are in a dust eclipse. Okay. So we had talked about forward settlement being really important, and the ability to forward settle prevents the roving clans from getting cut off. The one thing that I'm slightly worried about at this point is if these guys manage to get across here and settle this territory, that would be really bad for us. But also even just this territory could be bad for us if we don't pick this up. We do have a quest here with the Magtai, and I don't really remember what the quest is, so let's click on the right button and see if we can find it. It's gotta be one of the last ones we did. Yeah, 10 emeralds and 10 grass silk. Now, we actually have access to the market. 10 emeralds is possible, and 10 grass silk is possible. So we definitely could get this quest done. Let's just see how much it's going to cost. So that's going to cost 146 and 188. So we need about 300 dust in total. We already have 10 grass silk, actually. I forgot about that. So we really just need the 10 emeralds, which means we only need about 100 dust. We could definitely get that. Alright, so we could sell... Well, we really don't have anything else we can sell besides glass steel. That does give us the emeralds we need. Alright. These are Sisters of Mercy. And there are 3 of them. We have a quest for them as well. In a nearby region called Azamel, capture or destroy the city. So they want us to take over the city that's over here. Okay, so back to my original point that I was trying to make before I got distracted. There is a special ability that the roving clans have called Setseke Ho, which allows them to pick up and move their cities. One of the things that I've always thought would be beneficial is to pick up a city and move it to a forward location. Unfortunately, the location that I was anticipating moving from and to would not have left us open. So if I take this city and I move it here, then this tile becomes empty and we're open to being settled in. But this would be a perfect example of forward settling. So if instead of moving our settler over here and starting a new city, if we had just picked up our city and moved it over here and then dropped our settler in this region behind us, or even just left the region empty, we could have backfilled it later. I don't really see a good opportunity to do this forward settling. This region here has some potential to be forward settled. We could pick up this city, move over here, but then we risk having this territory captured by whoever yellow is, or even possibly red. So I don't think that that strategy is going to work in this particular circumstance. There may be a situation later in the game where it does make sense to do that. Do we have any income yet? We don't. A titanium extractor would be good. Alright. I really need to work on getting a reasonable army up and running, and we are working on our approval situation where we've basically tanked our approval pretty bad by expanding a little bit too quickly, maybe. One of the other things that I did that was probably a mistake is I went for the central markets instead of the sewer system to fix that problem. The big advantage of the sewer system is it's cheaper science-wise to research and also cheaper to build. This is going to take a while to get completed, and we need it in every single one of our territories. So you can see it's going to take 11 turns even in one of our most advanced cities. That's a little bit of a problem. We do have the ability to buy some of this stuff out, and we are making good dust every turn, but what I really like to be spending that dust on is a hero. And that's not really an option right this second. What is an option is to maybe get some dust from this 85 dust. Perfect. From this eclipse. Now there were some other up here. That's a quest one. Where else did I see? Okay, so there's one there. And then there's a bunch up here. I'm considering, if our hero is not on cooldown, bringing them up here as an army just so that they can scout these, but I don't think she's free because we just set her down at the end of last video. Also, if you ever need to see underneath the tags of your cities and stuff, Control F10 will turn the UI off and on, and it will give you a little bit better vision of things, especially in big mode like I have it right now. I've got 1 point of movement. This is a attack bonus. We need to get over here so we can pacify these guys. And we really could use another settler. As much as I don't want to overexpand, I don't want to get boxed in either. And I would like this territory. I think it's going to give me options to expand further south and west. So they've been pacified now. We can... I messed up. I should have gone over here. Alright, well, we'll do this and grab that one next. Can I rush any of the buildings that are really important to me? No, not really. This will be done in 2 turns. That will help approval in this region a little bit, and then the central market will help us quite significantly. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else we can do at this point other than just try to grind out through this really bad approval situation. One thing that we could do if we get enough influence, which is unlikely at this point, is get the influence plan that increases your happiness. Could also work on getting that wine, but again, that's going to take a while. Alright, so the pillage did take effect, which kind of sucks. We got the library done. We got that. This is going to give me extra movement. Now that I have extra movement, I might be able to get to that before the end of the eclipse. In order to finish this quest, we'll need to get a Delver unit in our army, and that will require us pacifying the Delvers. Have we not done that? We have not. I don't even think we've seen the Delvers yet. I'm going to go ahead and remove that quest altogether. Are there any quests that I do care about? Mortal enemies. Dogeshi is something that we kind of care about. Get a Wild Walker's hero. Defeat Kazanji. This is probably the one that I need to keep in the back of my head. And one of the reasons why we should be collecting more dust. Do I really want to build a settler? I think we need to get everything else under control first, so we're going to move that back in front of the queue. We're going to get another population pip there anyways. Alright, we are going to be able to grab this one at least. Dust, that's good. Alright, that was what I was afraid of. So, yellow is the Forgotten. They are mildly jealous. Common Frontier. We should close borders to them, but they can kind of get around that anyways. And we really don't have the influence to be doing much of anything right now. Out of curiosity, click on the right button here. They are not known to them. Okay, so they haven't actually met each other yet. The altar's been completed, that's good. We can spend some of our pearls now. It looks like right now diplomatic costs are what everybody's spent pearls on so far. I wouldn't mind extra strategics myself. Especially if we can get all of our extractors bought out. Before I go doing that, let's take a look at heroes. Heroes cost about 400 now. And we need a Wild Walker hero, and there are a couple. So let's get that done first before we spend any more of our dust. Alright, so this unit still has some movement left. It's very unlikely that we're going to be able to travel all the way to the north. to get those, but we might be able to get that one, so let's head over there first. We might be able to get that one and that one depending on how much longer this lasts. Probably going to end here very soon. Somebody's already built the industrial megapole. That's concerning. Alright, well we are going to be able to get a little bit more. 10 palladium, and I can make it to that one because of the movement buff. $85 dust. Let's move our military over here. We really need them to start defending this territory and clear out the rebels and rabble. Looks like they have 3 assassins and a hero over here. That's problematic for us. I really need to get one of my cities focused on building military. I think we are able to buy that hero now though, so let's take a look here. You've got to be kidding me. That's really kind of bullshit. So who ended up buying the heroes? Doesn't tell me who bought the heroes for some reason. Maybe they just cycled out, but I don't think so. So we're gonna have to wait a couple turns for some more Wild Walkered heroes to show themselves. Can I buy out a couple of these? I can buy out one of them. Alright, so where do I want to buy this one out? I'm over here. I can buy it out here. And that will help a little bit. Go pick him up. Idle City. Central Market probably. Get our approval back to normal. We'll get him in there. And we'll get over here and deal with this guy who is going to take down a village. Not much we can do about that. Now have glory for the Empire, which is good. Unfortunately, it's taking us way too long to get it established. Alright, he moved off of that. I need to check something here. Because I do not have... These guys have the movement trinket, so... I need to update these guys with the movement trinket. And then retrofit that. And then I should have the movement I need now. Let's get over here. Where are they at? Oh, they already finished it off. Okay. Buyouts are going to be important. There's a couple other things we could do. Diplomats' mates would be okay. Meritocratic promotion would be okay. I need to be researching things that aren't going to cost us industry or time. We have too many buildings kind of backlogged as it is. I would really like to get right of way down, which gives us trade routes. That really would be my next thing to focus on, but because we have so many things that we need to build, we're going to go ahead and get this next. We should probably also grab Alchemy Workshop very soon, but I need one of my titanium extractors up and running before that's really a reasonable thing to do. Alright. What else do we need? Anything? Alright, we're back to building a settler over here. I probably have better things I should be building over here at this point. So probably Central Market, and then Glory for the Empire. We definitely need to get this building down in all of our major cities. I should probably buy this out just so we have titanium income later in the game when we need it. And then we need some more burrows over here as well. Alright, we got more raiders up here we're gonna have to deal with. This is the problem of having very large territories. Without right-of-way, the roads don't make it easy to travel. Probably assign our hero their next turn. The next Urkin has emerged. These guys might move off of here and attack us, but probably not. We should check his location. Okay, so now there's two of them. Nobody owns either one yet, so that's good. Let's check her equipment. So she is on tier 2 equipment. That's good. And then let's just double check our military units are both on tier 2. Yes, and tier 2 with hammers. Yes, okay. Oh, are you kidding me? We're still going to be one tile away? Okay, we could get to him from here. The trees slow our movement down a lot. I don't think there's any reason to watch this. This will be pretty easy. Take a little bit of damage there. Alright, so we want to kind of scout the rest of this and make sure that there are no more wild raiders here. Also, this is important. The Forgotten already have roads. You can see that these roads are starting to create roads to my own cities, and that's good. That means they have trade, and maybe we can trade with them. Maybe we can be friendly with them. I don't know. I've never really tried to be friendly with the Forgotten. Usually I just try to crush them because they're annoying, because they constantly spy on you. But maybe this is a game where we do something different. Alright, where do we want this hero? These Kazanji, I believe, they're not pacified yet. I'm not sure. Did we have a quest for them at all? I don't think we did. So maybe we need to go in here and try and pacify these guys. When I get about 500 dust again, I'm going to need to... that's going to slow our dust production down a lot. Okay, they've closed borders with us. That means they're very close to going to war with us, unfortunately. We could close borders with them. We could also market ban them. I don't typically like spending, but we're going to go ahead and close borders with them as well. Okay, I can get over here. And we can parlay 100 dust. Okay. So we pacified... Wait, what? Talk to the other village. Okay, so we just have to take our hero down this way. Probably to that village there, it looks like. I'll try to grab these pearls on our way over there. And our approval should be coming up now. We're still unhappy, but a couple more of these central markets getting completed will definitely fix that. Man, it's hard to move through here. We got a central market over here. Glory for the Empire probably is the best thing we can get done right away. And I could probably move this off. Well, we don't want to go that far negative. I guess we'll just stay even on dust for a while. Since our hero's not there, we're not getting the big benefits that we normally get. We could consider moving some people off of some of these other territories. Ooh, it looks like Green's already got the ocean locked down. That it could be problematic. And also, one thing that we did see at one point over here somewhere is, I believe pink is the Cult of the Endless. So we know there's a Cult of the Endless player because I saw some of their units walking around the Urkin at one point. Okay, building wise, is there any buildings that can slow down production so we can get some more dust? Because I really need to be getting dust more than anything right now. We've got to get that hero. We're negative food here, so I'm going to put one over just to even that out. And let's double check all the rest of our cities are fine on food. We're negative food here, so we'll put one worker over there just to take care of that. And we can take our time with Glory to the Empire. But let's get our dust back up to a reasonable amount and see if we can't buy that hero that we needed. The other thing that we could do is pop a booster to help our approval. I don't have enough for a booster, but we could sell all this palladium, which would give us 137. And then it's going to take a lot to pop a booster for us now because of how many cities we have. Moonleaf, emeralds, dye. There's a fair amount of all of those. Dye's probably the cheapest. I don't know if that's worth it right now. Let's see if we can get our economy actually functional. Alright, so we've got... oh dear. That's a lot of guys there. Kind of want to like get into our territory. Fire plan is imminent. We did get Glory of the Empire started on a couple of our cities, but we're not going to have it completed in time. Alright, well, we'll try to move there at the very least. And maybe I'll be able to save our unit at the same time. Alright. So we got that done. Our heroes leveled up. We'll put the third point in there. And this research is completed, so now we're going to get right of way, which is going to fix all of our dust problems. Then it's just a matter of getting approval problems fixed a little bit better. We're still only at 38. Which city is still working on this? This one? We could buy this out. I think it's worth buying out. And we can probably not assign our hero here yet. We'll put our hero back there because we get a lot of dust for running her on that city. That fixed a lot of our issues. Now that we're no longer running with a negative percent penalty to our dust, we're going to be making a lot more dust, which is good. The problem is we really need to expand a few more cities, and in order to do that, we're going to have to get the sewer system up and running next. I do want to get this region probably next, and then consider backfilling here as well. We also have this region to grab, and then we could grab this region as well. I think maybe putting the settler back in the queue is worthwhile. We might even rush that settler. One of these cities really needs to build me another military unit. Let's see who has... which city? Our capital city's got the most industry per turn right now, so let's go ahead and throw another Kasai there and get our military a little bit better than it was. Alright, summer has returned, and we're going to get +4 influence per anomaly for 9 turns. This is going to be really helpful. One thing that we may want to do is go and check out an empire plan and figure out what empire plan is going to be the best for us. So, we're not going to be able to get something like this, which is what I would typically want to run. At best, we're probably going to be able to get 2 tiers, maybe 3. So if we go 80, 80, 80, that's like 240. We could get that done, potentially. But we would need to get a lot of influence over the next few turns. Do any of our cities have the... This city has... Where do I look for that? Here? No. Here. Yeah, none of our cities have Glory for the Empire finished. All of them have it queued up or are working on it, but nobody has it finished. So if I had Glory to the Empire finished, putting a bunch of population pips over here, once this is completed, you get an extra point per turn. And so sometimes that can be enough influence to push you over a threshold. Right now we're getting 40 a turn. And we have 3 turns, so that's 120 plus 100. That puts us at 220. So we do need to get a little bit more. 220. If we put just a couple of points over here, that might be enough to get us to 240. Also, I could buy this out, which we should do. And I could buy this out, which we should probably do. And start working on some more important buildings. Let's do this for now with a couple of turns and see where we're at. We may have to put a bunch of people over to get to the amount that I want, but this is going to help a ton. And so construction complete. Can we get... what did I... Okay, that ridge prevented me from attacking. So, I didn't get to do what I was planning on doing, but... We might actually wait for this before we try to clear these. Having 2 archers is pretty helpful in getting those guys cleared out. Next turn we're going to be able to buy out one of those 2 units. Also, just to check, heroes have not recycled yet, so we do not have access to a Wild Walker hero. I just realized why our army is moving so slow. And that's because she does not have this item, which she should. So now we can move a lot further than we were moving. This is probably worth doing. We'll get the garrison from this during this fight, but they'll also get all 4 demons, but then we can get them all taken care of in one go. We're going to manual this one. I'm curious, where's the rest of my army? Oh, here they are. Okay, so this is the... yes. Okay, so we kind of want to be spread out. I'll put him in the back with her. And then our dervishes can be back here. We'll bring them in last. And try to let the city guard tie these guys up as much as possible. Okay, they're going after the hero, which is fine. Really need to get a kill here, and we did not. This is really bad. They're going to get a lot of damage on all of our units because of it. Alright, we got a stun on that one, so that was good. Alright, we should be fine now. That one's stunned, so just get everybody focused on this one. We don't need anybody focusing on that one yet. I don't think we're likely to lose anybody. So that worked out well. And that'll give our unit some experience and our hero. Yes, indeed. A little bit of Endless Legend. I think we had a really rough start with this game. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to salvage it. I think I made some bad decisions, but what can you do? One of the decisions that I'm regretting right now is instead of grabbing the sewer system for an approval building first, I went with the city market, and that has proven to take much longer to build and also to research. So, how you doing tonight, Brew? We've also figured out that our neighbors are the Forgotten. Yeah, we're going to have to. I can't. So I just got sewers done in most of my regions, and you can see our approvals back to normal. But as soon as I drop cities to backfill some of these territories that I'd like to grab, we're going to immediately tank our approval again. Also, I don't know if you were on earlier, but we figured out who Yellow is. Yellow happens to be the Forgotten, which is unfortunate. I've never had good experiences with Forgotten Neighbors. It's usually bad experiences followed by swift military action. We've closed borders to each other at this point. So they're basically preparing for war against us. Luckily, Red hasn't gotten too involved with us yet. They're not happy with us either, but they're not threatening us with closed borders and military action. The Forgotten were also in our territory and took out one of our villages through raiding, so we'll see what we can do with it. Their units are pretty good. I think my units would be better, but it's hard to say. One nice thing is they do already have roads, so if we could get them as a potential trading partner, that would be nice, but I think we're going to have to beat the snot out of them and truce them out first. We'll see. I don't have much of an army yet. I was considering buying out my 4th unit, but I'd also like to buy out this settler and get this region claimed before they do. We're also really close to turn 60, so this is a good time to do it. And I need to check and see if we're going to make it on our influence here. We need to get to 240 influence. So I got 45 this turn. That's not going to cut it. Let's see, 40 is going to put us at 220. 9 and 5. That's 14, so we need 6 more influence. So I need any one of my cities to make 6 more influence. So that's 6 more influence there. That should put us at 240. And we'll only do this for 1 turn and then we'll switch it back. I think I'm going to buy this out first and try to grab this region. It is going to lower our approval again, but so be it. Alright, let's see if I did my math correctly. 240 approval, or influence. That's good. And get this guy out and moving down this way. Okay, they just grabbed this region, so it's a good thing we're moving here. They're unlikely to get this right away, but the question is, I guess I can buy this out this turn. Before we move, let's go ahead and get our empire plan. So we got 240, so I can do either something like this or something like that. Or something like that. 25 approval does fix a lot of approval problems, but this actually could just fix our economy. I guess the real question is, am I going to benefit from this science and this cost reduction on military units? I definitely need to build a second army. How much science are we producing as a whole right now? I am producing approximately 79 per turn, say roughly 80, be another 16. I'm not sure that that's worth it. I think we just switch our economy completely over to dust and stop worrying so much about production. We'll definitely use industry where we can, but alright, so what we really want to do is basically just move most of our people to dust and then get the influence people off of influence. That we're doing that. I think that's all of our cities now. Yes, okay, so everybody's on dust now. This hero can move over here. We'll grab those pearls. That's some XP. And then we'll pick up this guy who can probably grab those pearls. And meet up with that and have a full stack of 4 for that military. And then we need to get down here and claim this territory. And I don't see a particularly awesome tile. The nice thing about not seeing a particularly awesome tile with our faction is we can just pick up and move to another spot if we do find a better tile. So there is an anomaly over here, but to get to it's going to take an extra turn. Let's just get some vision over here before anything else, and maybe we find a better spot. Alright, get this guy out. This army can't quite reach over there. But we get to there. We'll just get the pearl next turn. Okay, click on the army. There we go. We'll pick up that next turn. Battle has started. Retreat? How are they attacking us? Oh, okay, so we moved into neutral territory. This anomaly gives approval. So let's go ahead and search that. And then let's just set down right here. And if we end up finding a better spot somewhere nearby, we can always pick up and move. Let's buy that out. Get our basic buildings down, and we'll worry about the rest later. Everything is here for now. We now have these guys ready to assimilate. We don't really need extra fortification, but their military units are pretty good. Unfortunately, we already have a military unit that is ranged, so we're probably not going to pick these guys up. But the fact that we've assimilated and have extra population right off the bat is nice. What I probably will assimilate are the Kazanji, because we have 1 Kazanji village in our starting territory and 3 Kazanji villages in the territory just north of us, which is going to give us 20% extra influence per turn and is probably worthwhile. I'm not going to bother with this just yet, because right now we don't have any of those villages, 1, and 2, until we get our Glory of the Empires built in most of our territories, we're not going to really be able to take advantage of that percent bonus, because influence is pretty small. We're getting a lot of extra influence from that event right now, though, so... Well, until I get one of these villages finished, it's all moot anyways. I can't believe the Skyfin attacked us. That's pretty not cool. I would love to, like, maybe market ban these guys later. Now we know why green has the ocean. Alright, so our hero is going to pick up some pearls. We're still part of this first... Okay, we're still doing this turn. So never mind. We're not going to pick up pearls just yet. We are going to get Imperial Highways. I would like to talk to you. don't really have the ability to do any negotiating with these guys yet. I'd like to, but I can't. So maybe that's what we pick up next. Our science is really bad right now. Diplomats' mates would be good because we could talk to them, but I think we need to fix our science problem. And now that I have some titanium income, I can actually afford to do that. So let's get Alchemy Workshop. Alright, let's get this hero some XP while we can. So there's a little bit of XP there. Where else were there pearls? There's a bunch of pearls down here. Do I really want to run all the way down there just for pearls, though? Actually, Alchemy Workshop is not what we want to be doing. We want to grab the sewers and get our approval fixed. That's what we really want to be doing. I still don't have a Delver to do that quest, so... Is my hero still locked? If she's not locked, we should put her back in this city, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, good call. I sure did, didn't I? That would have been bad. Search party's not a very good skill. Although, if you are playing with ELCP, I believe search party... Maybe it's not this mod. I thought it was this mod, but I thought there was a mod that gave search party +1 movement to units. Or maybe just specific units, I'm not sure. But it did make it a much more viable talent. Okay, let's go ahead and use this army to pick up pearls for now. And also to get it down here, because I have a feeling if we do get military conflict, it's probably going to be in this area first. Still need a Wild Walker hero. Have the heroes rolled over yet? It looks like yes. Okay. So we need 533. We'll get that in a couple turns. And we'll get our Wild Walker hero and get our quest rolling. Also get our second army started here soon, hopefully. We're going to get Glory of the Empire down relatively quickly into this next Empire plan, which means we should have plenty of influence for the next Empire plan, or to do some other cool stuff, like declare wars. That was another thing that we probably should have focused on a little earlier, and I also have a wine deposit up here, which could very, very much help our, actually 2 wine deposits, our approval issues. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and grab sewer systems anyways, but maybe the technology we grab after sewer systems is actually open pit mine before we get anything else. Lots of pearls down here. We have a quest army down here for some reason. Not sure what that's about. Luckily our army's nearby, so maybe we can take them out with that. My hero's tied up at the moment, but that's fine. We got a lot of building going on. Building's just going to be really slow for us. This would be the next one I would want to buy out if I bought one out. Which I can, but I'm saving up for my hero, so I won't. Although that does bring us up quite a bit. I need my hero, though. We get the hero next turn, I think. We'll suffer one more turn. That should be enough to buy our hero. It is. Let's get him purchased. Let's get this army. Before we move this army, let's go ahead and attach the hero. And then let's inspect the hero and get him equipped with the right gear. He needs the Roads of Dust. Tier 2 everything, please. Okay, that's probably good. We need 171 dust for that. Crap. Alright, well, what can I do to get the dust we need? Do I have anything I can sell? I don't really want to sell this, but that doesn't even give us the money we need. I guess we just wait a turn? Ugh. Alright. Where did that other pearl go? There it is. Grab that next. It's probably this quest army down here. Yeah. I don't think it is the quest army, actually. I think it's just some roaming Magpie units. We'll get down there as quickly as possible. Next turn we'll be able to outfit the hero properly. And it looks like just in time for another dust eclipse. It could be a forgotten pillage as well. Alright, Glory for the Empire is done here. Let's get right of way. That'll be the next thing we want to grab. I'm also going to throw down that extractor just in case I forget later. And then let's get you outfitted like we had you before, tier 2. Boots. Alright. Are we close to any... We just need to move down here. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's their color. So that indicates that it is a forgotten pillage. I gotcha. Cool. That's good to know. I never really thought about that before, but that makes sense. Normally it's white because minor factions are white. I never noticed that the colors are different. Alright, we'll come down to there next. And... Glory to the Empire's almost done. I should build 2 more burrows here. So, let's see here. 2. 1, 2. If I build them here, I'll level up this. And we'll also get access to the ocean. Although we already have access to the ocean. I forgot about that. But if we get 2 more burrows, that will also help our approval in this city quite a bit. I'll go ahead and queue that up. And we'll queue that back up. And we'll wait. Alright. What is this? That's the plus 30 attack. Let's move to here first. Grab that one. And they have left. There's a couple of ruins over here that we can use this army. We got the 37, that's good. So they just completed the legendary deed and got 2,000 influence from the beginning of the game. That's interesting. Eclipse effects are in effect, and this is now worn off, which is unfortunate because that was giving us a major amount of influence per turn. We're no longer getting that. Did scare their force off that was pillaging this, though. So that's good. We're not going to lose this village. Although losing a village isn't the end of the world. It's only for a few turns, too, but... what else can we do? Anything else that we really need to do? I needed to assign this hero as a governor in any city, it looks like. Does he have any skill points yet? No. Okay. Well, I may end up moving him to a city sooner than later. I believe he has Industry Boost 3, which isn't a lot at low levels, much better at high levels, but we could put him in this city. We're gonna have to wait a few turns because I just assigned him to that army. It really is. How are you going? How's it going, Blue? Thanks for joining us tonight. Your name looked like the other viewer that's here when I glanced at it at first. And then I noticed mid-bleu that it wasn't. This really is one of my most favorite games of all time. The thing that I'm most impressed about by this game is how much it's improved since the original release with each expansion. Like, it really just blows my mind how much better they've made this game over time. Because it was a pretty good game when it released. Get rid of these guys. Auto battle that. And search this one as well. Glass steel, cool. We leveled up our hero. Let's go ahead and focus on this side and make him like a full-time governor with some industry buffs. This one in particular is really powerful. And then we'll put him in our capital city as soon as we can. More palladium, interesting. Alright, your empire has been the target of an infiltration action. Dust Opportunist, level 4, 458 dust. That's not a small amount at all. This is because they're in the middle of an eclipse, and eclipses increase the amount of dust they steal or give them a special dust ability. Doesn't seem like a small amount at all. I'm not sure if that actually came out of our coffers. I think it did. That's mildly annoying. Looks like there's another territory back here we could grab. Still got movement too. Let's get some more vision on it. I think it might be. It looked like one's different than the one you start with. Yeah, they are. Well, and I'm playing, can I find out? So we're playing on hard difficulty, but with ELCP, hard difficulty is really hard. It's about as high as I go with ELCP. Sometimes I get snowbally enough in the early game with a good start that I can just steamroll the AI on hard. But if you don't get a really good start on hard with the ELCP, you're going to struggle in the mid game because they're really, really efficient. And they are cheating slightly on hard but you can see the scores of the other players. Even though we have all this territory, we're only at 226. We have 2 players at over 400, and then several other players, well, all of the players are way ahead of us, so that's pretty typical. How many more turns is he locked down? 1 more turn. Okay. And then we can bring him back to our capital. We're slowly but surely getting somewhere. I'm curious when they steal that dust if it actually comes out of our dust here. Alright, sewer systems are now researched. We definitely need to get these. Yes, roving clans do have the ability to move cities. I haven't found too many circumstances where that becomes a major benefit, but I do have thoughts on when you could make it a major benefit, and I talked about that at the very beginning of the video. Unfortunately, we don't have a situation that allows for it. 3 minor faction units. Well, that is not going to happen, so I think we're just going to... You know, bribery is not the worst thing ever. I do get some XP for that. We could just attack them too. But if we bribe them, we don't have to rebuild. Okay, there's an Urkin over here. There's got to be another minor faction village over here somewhere. There it is. We'll have to fight the demons? Are these more Kazanji? Oh wow, we are going to have so many Kazanji in our empire. Alright, so we've got the ring that gives stealth. We're going to get some spices for completing this. Yeah, I think we're in a good position to maybe come back from a rough start. Especially if we can backfill all of this territory and this territory, and look at the trade route we can build through this. So I think we can get to the point where we're generating enough dust to be able to buy out everything and have enough influence to really mess with people. One of the things that I wanted to do influence-wise, and I had given these guys a warning several turns ago, is market ban their asses because they attacked me in my own territory. I guess it wasn't mine officially yet. I hadn't actually laid my city down, but we're just going to take you guys out of the market for a while. How you like that? Okay. I'm really glad we have a hero and 2 other units over here. 3 Kazanji is sometimes terrifying. Alright, so we got Glory of the Empire done. These guys did attack us. I am going to go ahead and manually fight this. And we are in really tight quarters here, so we're not going to have a lot of options, unfortunately. No reinforcements means we can put these guys as far back as possible. Maybe even spread them out a little bit, just in case they jump over us. And these guys, I mean, we can just, can we spread out any more? I guess we could spread out a little bit more. Not really much more though. Now, we do get charge, and we do move first. Okay, so if we charge and we move first, then we should probably start further back and charge into one of these units. Let's do something like this. Then just get everybody on this first guy. And try to take one of them out before he even gets a chance to move. That was not the spot that I would have chosen to move to. Okay, so because we have charge, and because we move first, I can do something like that with him. We really need to go after this one though. Alright, so if I move him here, that doesn't give me a lot of, but, and then this one can move to there and attack. Why is it not letting me do the whole? Alright, fine. You just kill that guy. You move here and attack there. You attack that. You attack that. You attack that. And you do whatever you do. There we go. Got a stun off. Killed that one. This is a lot easier once you're got a full complement of units and they've got some better gear. Alright, everybody on him. You guys are so terrifying at the beginning of the game at level 1. Alright, finish him off. There we go. Good job. Everybody survives. We didn't even lose too much health. Alright, we can get over here and similarly bribe this camp. More spice. Urkin lice, I don't really like that. They need to get away from me. Alright, and then our hero now is free to be pulled back here, which should forward our faction quest. All that stuff done, little by little. Alright, so we've done this, but maybe it won't actually queue until next turn. This should update. Yes? Okay, build high tower city improvement. Yes. Okay, +2 vision on tiles, +5 science on city. I guess we'll move that up. Which updates our reward. And then I suppose before we leave, we should at least get a little bit of vision on whatever's bordering us. I don't really want to fight these guys, I don't think, because we're going to have to fight the Urkin with them, and in my experience, an army of 4 is not enough to take out an Urkin with his lice. If it were just the lice, we probably would be fine. We are a little bit injured too, so... Okay. We have dust. I could buy out the central market here. That would actually be worthwhile. I could also buy out the sewers. That's cheaper. Let's do that. Here we need to get that. I'll go ahead and buy that out a turn early because we have the dust for it. And I'll buy that glass steel extractor because we can. We have another one. 2 glass steel. Alright. Alright, so our empire's coming along. I'm really, really nervous that we only have one small army with tier 2 equipment, especially considering how fast the yellow player seems to be getting ahead on deeds and other things, so that's a little bit of a concern, but I've got to get my economy down before I can really focus on building a better army, I think. Alright, construction's complete. Let's take a look at our overall approvals. We're still in an okay spot approval-wise. I do need to get a couple more regions here. Grabbing another settler up here might be worthwhile. We could go ahead and get the sewer system down here, and that will improve this a little bit more, but I'm not... Let's go ahead and get the right-of-way first. Uh-oh. Oh, that is bad news. Okay, so the Alayi have tamed both the Urkin in the same turn. That is potentially terrifying. Especially if they decide to use them militarily. Curiously enough, this region is no longer showing an Urkin. Let's go in there and see what's going on, because this should be green, but it's not. Another Jodas village. This is very interesting territory over here. Alright, am I buying out a settler over here? Settlers cost 700, I can get that. Or am I just going to do it here? If I do it here, I can get a couple of turns of construction on him and then buy him out. I think we're going to do that because I'd like to have him ready by turn 80. Maybe we'll go... Let's do a couple more turns of construction on this. But I am considering buying this hero out. Open pit mine's almost here, so that's going to be really good for us. Alright, what do we got here? Parlay. Sign a peace treaty in the next 10 turns. 20 Titan bones, then pacification. Shield. A pretty decent shield too, actually. Build the high towers in one of your city to get alchemical armor. We needed that. That was actually a really good pull. And I found a bunch of lice. So, do the lice get left behind? I'm not sure what's going on here. The Urkin's gone. Okay, there's one of them. Where's the other one at? Okay, he's moved them to this territory and this territory. It's not showing that he owns this one though. So did I read those wrong earlier? I must have read those wrong. He must not have owned both of them. He must have just captured the one. Alright, well that's not as scary. really don't want to fight those, but I would love to get whatever is in that ruin. Yeah, I was afraid that might happen. We can auto this. I think we're capable enough now that we'll just take these guys out. Our units are leveling up pretty good. We've had them since the beginning of the game. Oh man, we did lose a unit? That sucks. I didn't think that would happen. Well, we're probably going to lose most of our army. I don't think there was any way around that, unfortunately. Another set of 3? Oh my goodness, no. Okay, we're running the other direction this time. That will really cripple our army. The lice are no joke. I thought we would be a little bit more prepared than that for them. I don't think manualing it would have changed the outcome, though. Somebody's got to take that damage. We don't need this up here anymore, disturbing me. Alright, so we're doing alright. See if we can't salvage our army and get them back to friendly territory here. Eminent Empire plan. Open pit mine has been completed now. We do have a quest to make peace with somebody. I don't know that that's really all that important. There's nobody that I really want to make peace with at the moment that I can think of. Broken Lords could be a good peaceful party. Getting vision from them would be nice. How are they doing? Let's take a look here. Broken Lords are struggling compared to the other 2 players. They actually might be the best chance of getting peace. I also need the Alchemy Workshop because my science is taking a long time. But I think we're going to have to delay it. We got too many other things to build in our queue right now. I have 800 dust. What can I buy out? Okay, we don't need settlers in the queue over here anymore. Oh, but we definitely need wine extractors. Oh my goodness, wine. Yes. Lovely, beautiful, flowing wine. And we'll buy that out too. So that's 600 dust. Watchtowers? I could stand to have some watchtowers for sure. Not sure where I would want one. One of these 2 locations, maybe up here actually. I'm not going to bother with watchtowers just yet. Let's go ahead and get 2 more dervishes started. Just because we need to replace the ones that we had, and then I'll buy those out eventually. Other places where we can buy stuff out. Yes, buy that out. I could start buying right-of-ways out everywhere. Let's go ahead and buy that out. Spice, there we go. Get those spice extractors done. Buy the central market out. Our economy is going to start really taking off here. Do I have a free hero? I do. I could pull my hero out of the city and come grab these pearls. I don't think that's really necessary though. Alright, I think we're in a good spot. What is this? Oh, that's right. We never did pacify these villages. Alright, we need to come here and pacify these villages. I had a quest to pacify them that I was holding out on, but we got distracted. It was basically to take over this region. take over the city in that region. We don't really have the military force to pull that off. So maybe we just come over here with some bribery like before and pacify all these villages. I do really love that addition to the game. That was my little contribution to the ELCP, and while it wasn't much of a contribution, I'm still very happy about it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the ability to click this button one time in between turns and move all your units was something that SB had kind of talked about having some feature like that in the game forever. And I actually reached out to the lead designer in the ELCP and told him about it, and mentioned to it several times that we thought it would be a really cool addition to the game, and he actually put it in at some point. It took him a while, but you know, he was busy with all kinds of other stuff. Okay. They want to give us open pit mine. Or no, they want us to give them open pit mine, and then they will open borders with us. Let's counter proposal this if we can. So if I wouldn't mind making friends with these guys, to be honest. They're not really interested in language square. Do they have anything worth giving me? I could always use more dust. Pillage would be nice. Man, they have some good technology. How are they so far ahead of us? Alright, they're not going to give us much. And the only thing I have to offer them is language square. I'm going to just accept this. And let's hope that this leads to a fruitful friendship. Since we are doing diplomacy next, that could bode really well for us. Okay, we need to get central markets here ASAP. Glory of the Empire. We can buy out the sewer system. If we buy out the sewer system, central markets is less important. Construction complete. Alright, let's just double check all of our cities are building something useful. And we have some dust left over, so let's just cycle through them and see if we can buy anything out. We can buy out sewer systems here, and we can get another spice extractor down. Can't quite buy that one out yet. Let's just do this. Glory of the Empire should definitely be in the queue. Make sure we're not missing anything here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright. Another turn down. Looks like they're raiding us. Kind of knew that was going to be the case. Alright, I can get over here to them. I think if we get attacked by these guys, that's fine. We're going to start bribing them one at a time. They are going to come attack us, but we should get our militia, and they're not very strong military units. I'm going to auto this. That should be no problem at all. And then we'll just pacify each one of these one at a time. Still not ready to do Kazanji just yet. We're getting very close to turn 80 here. 2 turns on that. Okay, we're in a good spot. This unit is a little bit cheaper to buy out, but not ready to buy out yet. Let's, in anticipation of signing a contract with them, compliment them and see if we can get a peace contract a couple turns after we get diplomats mates. Hero has leveled up. Let's get that, and then the next turn we'll grab that one, or the next level. Hostile infiltration. They're decreasing our population. That's not good. In 2 locations, they're decreasing our population. Okay. Well, not a ton I can do about that, but I can get over here and bribe another one of these. And then one more over here. And this will all be taken care of. We won't have any more rabble-rousers. We have income. It's going to take us a while. It takes 30 units in order to pop a booster, but we'll be able to get these going here pretty soon. And you can see our approval is slowly climbing up from the dredges that it was in. We do need to backfill these 2 territories. The Dogeshi are somebody that I would very much like to consider as a possible assimilation because they boost the output of these wine and spice deposits, and then obviously the Kazanji, because we have so many villages potentially that we can take advantage of. So I'm probably going to play till about turn 80, 81, and then we'll call it a night. Another 2 hours into this game. There's also a wine deposit here, and nobody has yet to claim this territory. So I'm almost tempted to forward fill this. Oh, these are 2 different territories. Okay. This is the Silix, and there's only 1 village in there. I don't know what this is. So this is one of those situations where we do have the opportunity to take advantage of what I was talking about earlier. I could potentially uproot this city and settle this one once I get this settler done, and then just use him to backfill this region and lock it up so that they can't take advantage of it. The advantage of doing that obviously is a couple of fold. First of all, it allows you to put your strongest, most developed cities on the front or the edges of your empire, so your borders are potentially stronger. It also separates the best cities by moving them further apart generally, and that increases the value of your trade routes. So there's a couple of advantages to doing it that way, just kind of leapfrogging instead of just, it's like normally you'd take a settler and you move them out here and you grab this, but instead of doing that, you make a settler, you pick up your city, you drop your city over here, and then you drop the settler behind him, and you don't even have to do it right away. You can always do it later, especially if you close borders. Man, we should try to grab these. I should probably try to grab this as well. So I have a couple things to think about. I could try to grab all of the Kazanji regions before turn 80 or right after turn 80. So that would be this region and this region. And then get a whole bunch of extra influence per turn because of the assimilation that we could do. Okay, I think that's what we're going to end up doing. I'm curious why I can't buy this out. you cannot afford 615 dust. That's why, because it's too expensive. I thought I saw a bigger number than I had. Okay. Obtain 50 of a luxury resource and get a bunch of emeralds and dust. Quest has been completed. We got alchemical armor for free. We should take advantage of that by making sure our hero is equipped with the titanium armory booster. We should definitely buy out right away. Alright, this region needs to work on a settler, but we can't do it till next turn because we don't have enough population yet, so... Wait a second. Yeah, okay, we're fine. We're in a good place. We have 2 turns with 420. Let's take a look at our plan here. So at 420, we could actually run something like that. All right. I'm getting 27 a turn. So we have 400. We're not going to be able to get to 600, but we could potentially get to 500 pretty easily. So we need to get this up to 40 in 2 turns. So if I can get this up to 40, which we should be able to do. Let's go to a region that's not building anything important. This one's making a lot of dust though. Let's not do that one. This one is making that settler, but I don't. So that's 48, 45, 42, 39. Alright, so we'll do this for a turn or 2, and that will ensure that we'll get the maximum empire plan before we move into the next phase of the game. I think we are going to go with the Kazanji plan, try to grab all the Kazanji territories, and then lock them up as an assimilation. Should be able to bribe these guys just barely. Proposed contract, peace. Okay, so now I'm going to have a decision to make. Do I want to make friends with these guys or with the other ones? Let's take a look at... Are these guys... they're at Cold War with everybody. I'm going to go ahead and accept a peace contract for now. I would be fine being at peace with everybody in the short term. Thanks for joining us, Brute. This video will be going up so you can watch the first half that you missed and see what was going on. Feel free to give me any advice on things you might have done differently, because I know this game has not gone as well as it could have if I had made better choices. Always appreciate you guys. Alright. The third Urkin emerges. Winter has begun. I know. My dog's getting hungry, so it's definitely time to wrap it up here. Alright, Jacob. Lay down. There we go. Okay. So now that's been taken care of. And we can move this guy up north and try to get him over here where we're going to have the armies. this can't be bought out just yet, and we need this for one more turn. But I think I can move this off. Ah, that's going to put me to 1. Alright, we'll just leave it there for one more turn. Is there any other cities that I want to do? This one, can't quite buy that out. Nope, nope, nope. Wait a second. This one needs to get that completed. Also, because it's wintertime, we need to double check our food. This one's building a settler, so we won't look at that one. This one's positive. This one's at 0. This one's at -8. So we're going to have to move 2 over. And that should be good. Alright. Alright, turn 80 now. Sign a peace treaty within the next 3 turns. We did that, so we got the quest completed and the Titan Bones. If we get 10 more Titan Bones, we might be able to run a booster, which would be nice. We lost this quest, unfortunately. Somebody else assimilated the Dogeshi. It wasn't the Dogeshi up here, though, which is the one that I want to grab. So there must be another location with Dogeshi. These guys now have 2 of the Urkins, and the 3rd one is up. They're going to be a real problem. Alright, so we should have enough to do this. Apply that, and you can see getting those Glory of the Empires down really helped our ability to get real Empire plans up and running. We can buy this guy out, which we should do. And we can move all of these guys off of there. So we don't need to be building extra influence. Spice extractor can't be bought out. Yeah, we're just kind of stuck for a turn here. This can build that second settler, and we'll try to get him down as soon as possible. And then luxury resources. Titan Bones. There are 12 on the market. I need 10 of them. That's going to cost me 300 dust. Luxury-wise, I might be able to get that. Let's sell a bunch of this and a bunch of that. Okay, and then now I can buy that Titan Bone. Gives me enough to run a booster. We're going to run that booster right before we drop our cities, and we're going to try to drop both cities on the same turn if possible. I'm going to have to buy this one out. Is there any way that I can accelerate? Maybe just put all of this over here. Accelerate the cost reduction here as much as possible on that settler. We'll play 1 turn just to make sure that my Empire plan locks in place. Okay. How many turns to buy this out? 447. We'll make half of that next turn. This winter is really bad timing. Diplomat's mates. This might allow us to... Did we ever declare this? I don't know if we did. Okay, peace. I don't think I ever got this. Let's do another one, because I don't remember seeing this screen pop up. I think I queued it up, but I never actually clicked the button. We'll try to secure peace with them in a few turns. This unit is moving up this direction. Actually, there's some... Let's go grab those pearls first. And then head towards these ones. Okay. Almost ready to get this army back to full strength, although at this point in the game that's still a pretty weak army. We might want to consider upgrading this gear with some of the new military tech we got. This settler is ready to move into this territory. Honestly, it doesn't particularly matter where, but maybe right there. That's going to give us a couple. I really want to be next to that. As close to these approval ones as possible. We'll get into the region here. And, oh, we are in the region. Never mind, I can check. So let's see here. Is there any way? I can't really get both of those. No food, no food. Food is really scarce up here, unfortunately. I could just start on top of that and get the extractor going right away. And also get some approval, some industry, and a little bit of food. So that seems like the right place to go. That means in 2 turns I need to have this other settler ready to settle in this territory. We'll probably just settle next to this. The only other option would be to try to settle on top of that spice extractor. But I don't think that's really necessary. Probably just right here. Alright. Not quite there yet. Intelligence Corpse is no longer available. He'll move next turn. Next turn we'll be able to buy this out. So, and then let's check our army. Who is grabbing pearls? We could go grab these ones real quick. And then, science-wise, we're very close to being 5 turns away from getting this tech. The next tech we're going to grab almost certainly is going to be bread and circuses. Minus 25% expansion disapproval is going to help take the edge off of our approval. This is going to help, but putting 2 more cities down is going to give us minus 20 approval. So we're going to be in a little bit of a tight spot for a little while. But not for too long. Starvation. Okay, we can't let that happen. So we're gonna have to move one of these off like that. Alright, I can buy this out now. That's 1 turn away. I can make it there, but I can go here first and then make it there. Alright, so now I've got a decision to make. Do I want to wait 1 turn? I think I do. It's going to take 2 turns for this unit to get over there, though. Alright, I think we're going to just go ahead and settle. So before we settle, we want to go ahead and pop this booster. It's going to help a little bit. And then, are there any other boosters that I might be able to pop with a little bit of... I need 14 more wine. Can I buy 14 wine? I might be able to. Not quite. If I sell some of these, I could probably do it. If I sell the spice. Let's sell the spice, because we get that back. That allows me to buy 10 wine, and then I need 4. I need 96. You can definitely sell like 10 of these. And that gives me enough to buy that. And that gives me enough to pop that. And that helps our approval situation a lot. And then we'll go ahead and get this city down. Grab the mill foundry, the seed storage, get all the basic buildings down. And then the very first thing we want to build after that is probably Right of Way and Glory of the Empire. In that order. Titanium deposit will just throw at the end of the queue there, and that's probably good. Central Market. Sure. Okay. Do I want to play another couple turns? Yeah, we'll go straight to 2 hours. I want to get this region settled as well. And then we could go ahead and assimilate these guys now. And we should have... Okay, that'll be done in just a couple of turns. Movement. Head over here and get with this army. Looking for pearls along the way, please. I want to talk to you guys about map exchange. They like that idea. Let's see what we've uncovered. Okay. So the blue player's over here. I feel pretty good about that. And then let's wait a turn and see if we can finagle peace out of this guy. What the heck? That's not what I clicked on. That's what I clicked on. They're not interested in peace with us. Not even if I give them alchemical armor. There's nothing in there that they're really interested in. Okay, so no peace with you. Let's just put this army here. Actually, I could get those pearls. There we go. And get these guys in the army. So, more pearls right there. And we should be able to get this guy out. And it's going to take us one more turn to get him settled. But we should definitely do that ASAP. And then we'll end the video. Idle construction. I think now is a good time to consider building another army. So let's get another army started over here, at the very least. Alright, and summer's back. So we're going to be in a really good spot here pretty soon. Alright, let's move to that spot. And then we can kind of scout out the possible 5 industry. So this 18 food. 5 industry is the best we can get around that tile though. I can get 6 if I go down here. I can get 5 from there. I can get 6 from this tile and have access to the ocean. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, let's get all the major buildings down. Alright, which ones do we need right away? Probably sewer systems. Well, let's go to the other new city first. And let's get that completed. And spice extractors. Let's try to get our extractors completed in any places that we can, like this one. Get right of way. We have lots of dust now. Our economy is really starting to boom. Do I want to go for the approval? Yeah. This will actually give us a little bit of influence as well, because that will push us up to happy. And that's about it. So. The Alchemical Institute is gone. That's unfortunate. This army has moved. And we don't really have much for him to do at the moment. Unfortunately, Red has forward settled on us, but I'm not too concerned about that. If we're at potential war with... well, we're not at war with these guys. And I can't declare war on them, but we can kind of harass them in other ways, which we'll consider. For now... I guess I'm going to move this army onto this watchtower position. And I'm going to build the watchtower there. How's that one, right? No. This one. Oh, this is a different region. Never mind. Well, I'll build a watchtower there too. Watchtower there. There we go. We'll get that done in 3 turns. And then this is our capital here, right? So we needed 1 more borough. I think I needed it right there or right there. Right there, and that levels up this, and then we'll be in a good spot. Okay. Alright, so I feel like this is a pretty good spot to end the video. We're going to try to finish filling in the rest of the territories that are available to us, and we'll have a pretty large area to try to grind out a dust victory, more than likely. But until then, we're just going to have to continue to build up the little bit that we have and get our economy really rolling. You can see we're getting 350 dust a turn. Heroes currently cost 700, so we can buy a hero about every 2 turns, which is what we should be doing, getting governors in all of our cities, building small armies in all of our cities, which help increase the XP per turn for heroes. We can barely see some pink over here. So, yeah. Hey, thanks for joining me, Blue. I'll be streaming more in the evenings for the rest of the week. So if you happen to catch an announcement, please subscribe and set the notifications on so you can catch them. But I'll be continuing to do this for both this and Endless Space 2, and maybe some Northgard. I have some other games in mind that I might be playing on the channel soon. I'm just kind of getting back into it again, but I'm having a lot of fun. And I really enjoy the streaming aspect when people come in and share their points of view on what I'm doing and ask questions. So if you have any questions you think of later on, please add them to the comment section of this video when it goes up. And until next time, this has been The Nose Plays. You guys have a great day.